Today's real estate market is a hot topic, and there's lively discussion about the direction the market is going. But one thing is for certain, the old-fashioned methods of buying and selling a home have changed. Today's savvy buyers and sellers have learned to think outside the box and market their property. And one way to get your house out in front of the pack is through the power of and reach of a real estate auction. This is new. Joining me today from Bailey's Realty and Estate Auctions, Jay Bailey.
Hey,
good day, sir.
Well, thank you. Nice to be here.
People doing all kinds of crazy things to try and make them say they're giving away flat screen TVs and cars, and guy offered his wife on eBay. And
really?
That was me. I'm sorry. That was bad. But they're trying to get notice for their house.
Correct.
You have something new and innovative and different. It's the mega auction.
Yes.
What is that?
Mega auction is basically trying to pool a lot of buyers and sellers together so they have an advertising medium second to none to get to the forefront of the properties and the listings. So in an ocean of listings out there, how are we going to get noticed? How are we going to get seen? Somehow we've got to get attention, which is interesting because one of the properties in this sale has $10,000 in cosmetic surgery if you buy the property.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. The house or the
property,
potential
yes.
owner?
Yes. Well, you know, I guess both, really, if you think about it.
So if you've got a fixer-upper for a wife, you just bring her to a brand new house.
That's right. You can get the roof done and everything else taken care of at the same time.
Morning show, Jay. Morning show. I know where you're heading with this. I like it. So this is outstanding. So you've got innovative properties and and it's an actual auction?
It's a live auction. The auction method is the oldest form. It was the original form that the Board of Realtors started with. And what happens is that a lot of people are confused by it, but it's just a way of negotiating the contract in an expedited form. Most of the marketing is done ahead of time. So what we're doing is bringing the crowd. And once the crowd's there, it's a matter of taking the highest bid and accepting or rejecting the bid.
So the website is up. There's a whole crowd full of people there, auction style. And you're doing are you the auctioneer?
Oh, yes. And we're bringing in some very professionals. I've got some thoroughbred and horse racing ringmen coming in, some of the best, hopefully, in the country coming in.
And you can actually look at some of the properties that are going to be up for sale before you even go to the auction?
Absolutely. What we want to do is give them, technology is so conducive to auctions right now, and to be able to find out so much of the property without even going in, its location, its floor plan, its living area, its size, its tax base, et cetera, et cetera. So they can pretty much shop it and then just come in and walk through ahead of time at a preview before the auction.
You don't even get to do that really at the county auctions. You don't get to do that at an auto auction.
No.
You don't get that kind of advance notice to sit down and figure out if you bring your checkbook. Yeah, you better have some money. How do you register to be a buyer?
Well, most buyers think it's a cash sale, and it's not. You can close and get a loan just like a normal house. What you're doing is just writing a deposit check, which in this sale is 5%, and then you close as usual, and we're giving them 45 days to close. So, you know, it's the same buying process. It's just an expedited form of getting into contract, and right now that's the big thing, is getting these homes into contract before the snowbirds leave. We feel that we have a window that we want to hit to get the best price right now, and we're not waiting for them to come to us. We're going after the buyers.
And it's a buyer's market.
It is a buyer's market, and we expect it to be for a little bit to come.
Now, if your property's already listed with, say, an agent or MLS, can you still be a part of this?
Well, 95% of the properties in this sales are from other realtors. They're coming to us. We have realtors, all the big companies are coming in with us because they understand that this is another tool to get that property listed, and they want to come to the forefront of the listings. So absolutely, those realtors make full commission. So they have nothing to lose by partnering. It's almost like saying your regular doctor wants to bring in a heart specialist. Now you have a team to work with to help move it instead of just the first front. Now there's the cavalry's coming, so to speak.
That's kind of a cool way to even think about it, that you got an auctioneer next to your heart specialist.
Well, well, exactly. But I mean, it's the idea that it is a specified point of marketing, and it's unique. A lot of people don't understand it, but when they find out what it's about, they really embrace it.
Well, let's talk about the actual process of getting involved as a buyer or a seller, and then you go to the auction and what the auction's all about.
Okay. As a seller, you just basically get your realtor in contact with us, and we fill out all the paperwork and the forms to do that. Sellers usually pay an entry fee, which is a pro rata share of the expenses to be in the auction, and they're not used to doing that. And my opinion to the sellers is like, well, I'm not used to paying any upfront costs. Well, these upfront costs are better than your carrying costs. Say that you're paying the mortgage payment, utility bills for months and months on end. Let's pay a little fee and get rid of it right now. That allows us to be on commercials and on radio in a much bigger media than we normally could be for a normal listing. They sign up, and the buyers will pay the total commissions and the closing costs. So it's much cheaper to go this way. And we're able to have a cheaper entry fee by pooling all these sellers from all over the state. We have West Palm, Miami, Sanibel. The entire state's being represented in the sale by almost every real estate company imaginable.
But you think about that, how much is it going to cost compared to entering your auction? How much is it going to cost compared to carrying your house for another 3 to 5 to 6 months and letting it languish out there in the market, not knowing where the market's going to go from here, if it's going to continue to go down, to get out now and to get out in a weekend?
Well, that's the thing to say. I know the date and the time of my sale. I know when I'm moving and we're out of here, and you guys can wait for them to find you all they want. We're getting in the front. It's kind of like throwing everything at it, including the kitchen sink, right now to get noticed and to go to the forefront. And of course, the pricing is a matter of the crowd sets the price. The seller only has to accept or reject the offer. So we're not worried about pricing because there's 2 reasons a house won't sell. It's either under-advertised or overpriced. Well, we're over-advertising and letting the crowd set the price. And ergo, it should sell.
A lot of excitement in the auction?
Oh, a lot of frenzy, a lot of anticipation. I mean, there's going to be food and there's going to be drinks, and it's at the Hard Rock Casino, and the fun and the
Hard Rock Casino, that's exciting. So
that's right, February 24th.
What time?
From 11 a.m. to 5 p.m.
And if you're not able to get down there, or if you want to be involved in the auction without actually going to the Hard Rock, you want to just get your checkbook out, get your mixed drink at the house, put your feet up, how can you get involved?
It's webcast. So you can hit our website and go on live and bid anywhere real-time live within a nanosecond from anywhere in the world. If you want to be in Chicago or if you want to be in England and bidding on properties, you can do it from the luxury of your own living room. It's amazing technology.
You've probably got investors all over that are a part of this, from all over the world with their big pockets ready to buy your house.
Well, we have not only houses, we have commercial properties. I have commercial property on Fruitville Road, 150 acres. I mean,
Minnesota, baby.
It's amazing, the properties and the types of things. So they can bid on any kind of property, vacant land, acreage, commercial, which is really big in the market right now.
We got to wrap, Jay, but as we take this out, I'm going to talk about this next segment. I want you to take me out with some of that great auctioneering. If my house is $400,000 to start the bid, let's just walk this up, because I know I'm going to get a lot more for my house. We'll talk about this next segment. The Senior Expo this week in downtown Clearwater is up next. We got a sneak preview when we come back. Jay Bailey, my house is $400,000, but let's go crazy.
All right, $400,000 now, 25, and to give 25, 5, and to give 25, and to give 50 now, 75, and 5, 5, and 45.
This segment was paid for by Bailey's Realty and Estate Auctions.